I really can't think of any better way to start our first edition of 5 and 5 with a little Kid Rock. You gotta love the kid, by the way. I've seen him 3 times this year. Yes, I have a serious problem. Hi, it's sportsmashup.com. I am Kevin Graham. Thanks so much for tuning in and checking out the site and all the support for the site. It's been overwhelming, the amount of people that have checked it out and seem to be enjoying it, which is good. You can always give us feedback on how we can make it better. We would really appreciate that. Thought we'd start something real quick here, kind of do a 5 topics in 5 minutes kind of thing. To get things rolling. More than anything, you think I would have gotten something like this going quicker, considering the fact I've been in sports radio most of my career, but I'm not really technically inclined, so getting this equipment to work and fiddling around with it takes me a little longer than it really should. So we're going to give this a rock and roll and give it a shot and see if you enjoy it. And if you do, we'll continue to do it. If not, we'll try something else. It's a beautiful thing of the internet world. So let's begin. At number 5... From the weekend, those are Penn State fans gathered around Joe Paterno's statue outside the stadium after it was learned that he was near death. In fact, he was actually dead, if you want to believe CBS Sports reports. But then the family came out and said he had not died yet, and then he passed away officially on Sunday morning. First off, media, get your facts right. When it comes to death, it's not a competition to get out the who's going to report he died first. It's more about getting it right, and honestly, the family should be the one breaking the story. Secondly, a lot of debate today, ESPN and whatnot, talking about how he should be remembered. I think this is pretty simple, in my opinion. You remember him for what he was. He was a great coach, a molder of young men. He was very successful. He made Penn State football what it is today. Maybe overstayed his welcome. He's pretty much a figurehead his final years of the program, and as it was kind of going up and down. And honestly, he made an unforgivable mistake. Maybe 95 to 98% of his career was great, but he made an unforgivable mistake, did not protect that child from Jerry Sandusky and follow through on that, and that's how he's remembered. From there, I'm sure most Penn State fans will remember him for his great football. There may be others that remember him for what happened at the very end of his career, but for me, I just remember him as a human being and from a whole standpoint of being a great football coach who made a very, very, very awful mistake, and that's what you get with Joe Paterno. Number 4, Chip Kelly reports that he was going to be the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In fact, most sources were saying that he decided he was going to go to the NFL with that high-tempo offense from the Oregon Ducks. And then early morning hours, it was decided apparently by Chip Kelly that his heart really belonged with the Ducks and he didn't go to Tampa Bay. A few things on this. I would have loved to see him try to take that offense to the NFL. I don't think it was going to work, particularly with the personnel that the Buccaneers have, but I would have loved to see him try that. Try something new to see if it could work, but there's just no way. And secondly, I really think that he, I know he loves Oregon. He's going to get NFL offers from here on forward, obviously, but I wouldn't be surprised if Phil Knight gave him a call later on and saying, hey, Chip, why don't you just stay around? Your heart really belongs here, and open up the checkbook and give Chip what he wants. Yeah, would you be shocked by that? No, I wouldn't be shocked by that. We go to number 3.
Here comes Billy Cundiff to tie this game. In all likelihood, send it to overtime. The last 2 years, 16 of 16 in the fourth quarter on field goals. 32 yards to tie it. And the kick, look out! Look out! It's no good! It's no good!
Yes, that is the final call of the missed field goal by Billy Cundiff of the Baltimore Ravens, costing them an opportunity to go to the Super Bowl. I think if you follow me and if you read sportsmashup.com, I hate kickers. I think it's an absolute joke that a game is decided by a guy that really should be selling insurance for a living and really is not quite the athlete that the rest of the players are. Here are all these gladiators, football gladiators, banging heads all game long, literally taking lives off taking years off their life. And then this little kicker trots out at the end, and really all he needs to do is put the ball through the uprights, particularly as short of a field goal as it was for Cundiff, and he failed to do it. You got to feel bad for the Ravens on that. But they really had 2 bad breaks for the Ravens, or 2 really bad plays. Lee Evans had the ball in the end zone for the game-winning touchdown in the final seconds, and what did he do? He didn't cradle the ball like you should. You got to treat that ball like it's your baby, and no one's going to knock that out. Some no-name player I've never heard of from the Patriots knocked it out, and that cost them a chance to win as well. As for the Patriots, you got to think they're charmed. They got luck on their side. Brady did not have a Brady-like performance. The defense, I thought, was solid and made enough plays, but really they were ripe to be beaten. But because of the mistakes and Cundiff missing the field goal, as well as Lee Evans and the drop touchdown, allows New England to go to the Super Bowl for the 5th time in the Belichick Tom Brady era, and that's pretty scary. We go to number 2, where things were a little different when it came to the kicker.
Snap. The kick is Giants are going back to the Super Bowl.
Yes, they are. It was actually a lot different with the kick by Tynes going through the upright. Now, the GOAT in this game wasn't the kicker for, of course, the San Francisco 49ers. It was Kyle Williams, the punt returner, a guy who really wasn't even going to start as the punt returner, but Ted Ginn Jr. was hurt, so he had to get the start. He muffed not one, but two punts. Both of those mistakes resulted in points, a touchdown, and, of course, then the game-winning field goal in overtime for the Giants. So really, the Niners, some say the Niners were the better team. I'm not so sure. I thought Alex Smith was good. Solid, actually. I don't even say good. I thought he was solid as quarterback for the Niners. But to me, if you're going to get to a Super Bowl, you need a quarterback to make plays. And if I'm not mistaken, they were 0 for 12 on third downs, I believe, in this game. And that's awful. You have to convert in those crucial situations, and that's on the shoulders of the quarterback, and Alex Smith couldn't get it done. Eli Manning, on the other hand, did. He's crazy. I mean, the dude is like standing in that pocket with defenders all over him. He's getting hit all over the place. But he made enough plays to allow his team to win, and that's why he's going to the Super Bowl, and basically why the San Francisco 49ers are going home once again. I was impressed by the Niners. I didn't believe in them much of the season. I believe in them now, but they didn't do enough, and I really think there's some karma involved with the Giants. And that leads us to number one, our early Super Bowl pick. By the way, 2-0. We did pick this Super Bowl, so it's very rare that we're actually right, so I was pretty happy about that. But your early Super Bowl pick at number one for the first 5 and 5, subject to change with the 2 weeks of as we psychoanalyze this game from one end to the other. I may change my mind, but right now I'm taking the Giants just because they have the ability to put pressure on Tom Brady. One of the reasons Brady did not succeed or was not good in that game against the Ravens was because he was pressured and early. He was hit early, and Brady does not like to be hit. He does not like to be uncomfortable. He wants to sit back there with all the time in the world and pick defenses apart. If you can make him uncomfortable, you can beat him, and the Giants have that ability to do so. You had the Eli Manning experience, just the karma I see there. I really just think that right now, at least my pick is the Giants are going to win the Super Bowl, an improbable team to win the Super Bowl when they were just 7-7 a few weeks ago and have won every game since. There you go, your first 5 and 5. I think we went over, but we were trying to explain this thing in the very beginning. I appreciate all of you tuning in. Again, checking out the website, sportsmashup.com. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm going to change this Twitter handle one of these days. Kevin Graham 1280. You can also follow the site itself at Sports Mashup on Twitter. I started up a Google Plus page, although I have no clue what I'm doing with it. That's Kevin Graham. You can find me there. And if you want to follow us on Facebook, you can like us on Facebook at Sports Mashup. There you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know if you want us to keep doing it. Otherwise, we won't. We'll do something else. It's a beautiful thing of the internet world. Thanks again. Take care. And thanks for tuning in and seeing us here on SportsMashup.com.